Hello everyone and welcome to my latest edition of Bronte Mania. Before I get started, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to my channel. And click the notification bell so you receive all notifications of future videos, and also if you like the video, leave a like on it as well. Thank you very much for that. This video is quite a different one to my other ones, because this is actually, I'm going to delve into a novel I've written on the life and times of Anne Bronte. It is soon to be published on Amazon, and I thought it would be a good idea to tell you a bit about the novel, how it came into being, the idea behind it, and also I'll read an excerpt from this book. So hopefully that will get you an interest in the book when it comes out. This book will be entitled Anne Bronte, A Testament of My Life. But before I go any further with that, I'd like to first give you a closer look at the t-shirt I'm wearing, which is of Anne Bronte. That's a t-shirt I just acquired for myself recently, and I'm looking forward to wearing it in whenever I do these videos in future of Anne Bronte. So to get to the basics of this video, the idea behind this book is Anne is sadly in the stages of her final illness. She's suffering from the symptoms of consumption, which unfortunately claimed the lives of 4 of her siblings. There was Maria and Elizabeth, who died as children, and Branwell and Emily have died several months before Anne starts experiencing the symptoms of consumption. So yeah, the idea is that she believes that even though she's only 29 years of age, this could be the end for her very soon. So she decides she will write her life story to leave something behind so people can remember her by. So that's the idea behind the book. Additional idea behind it is that I always view Anne Bronte as being overshadowed by her sisters Charlotte and Emily, who wrote 2 acknowledged masterpieces of the English language: Charlotte, Jane Eyre; Emily, Wuthering Heights. But Anne's 2 novels, I think, are great books, but they have been overshadowed in comparison, which I think is very unfair, because I think they are 2 tremendous reads, and she deserves a lot more acclaim than she has received. And there is actually quite a number of books coming out now following the 200th anniversary of her birth, which occurred last year. Trying to set the record straight. A lot of other writers are doing the same thing, but this is my take on her life. I actually have written in the first person narrative, so I actually take on the persona of Anne. I really wanted to see the world through her eyes, and that's why I decided to use that format. At the beginning of the novel, there's a foreword Anne provides, but I thought I'd push ahead with the first chapter, the opening to the first chapter, and read some pages from that. So that's what I will do now, and so here it is. It reads like this. I was born on the 18th of January 1820. I do not know how my birth was received, but I have heard I came forcefully and energetically into the world. At the time, we, as a family, were living in the village of Thornton. Papa was a church minister and had a living there. From all I have heard, it was a lively enough village, but our home was small and not the place to bring up a family which numbered 6 children. I had then 4 sisters and 1 brother of varying ages. Maria was the eldest and I the youngest. From all I have since heard, we made for a lively group, which made the lives of our parents busy in the extreme. Fortunately for us, the question of our accommodation was soon answered. However, as so often happens in life, a blessing is sometimes not all it appears on the surface. We did not realise this at the time, but it would show itself soon enough, and in the most tragic of ways. Papa was informed that a new living had been placed before him. His new parish would be in Haworth, a village which was but a short distance from Thornton, but which would encompass a living in a good-sized parsonage with a notable increase in Papa's stipend. This news was well received by all, as may be well imagined. I've been told that there was great excitement in the gig which took us to our new homestead. I believe it was a rocky journey. The roads in those days were of a poor standard. In places they were little better than dirt tracks. But somehow the conveyance allowed us to arrive safely, and we were free to set up home once again. I spoke before regarding certain hardships that befell us as we journeyed through to Haworth. It is sad to relate that Mamma was struck down with illness on our way there. Apparently nothing much was thought about it at the time. It was regarded by all, Mamma included, as nothing more than a hint of travel sickness, but it soon transpired it was a far worse condition she was suffering from. There would be no quick remedy on hand to return her to full health. A downward spiral was set in motion which showed no signs of abating. This led poor Mamma into moments of extreme peril, which would eventually bring about her downfall. It is not pleasant for me to set this down. I would like nothing more than to fill this narrative with moments of joy and sunshine. But the truth is, our lives were never meant to play themselves out in this fashion. This is not a fairy tale, I am sad to say. It is a storyline full of heartbreak and distress. But I hope there is enough of hope and happiness to dilute the black moments of despair. Be that as it may, Mamma was unfortunately not to be long for this world, although she did battle against her illness for many months, and never gave up the fight until all hope of a recovery was gone. And what was this ailment she suffered from? Yes, I can sense you asking this question just as I write it down. It turned out to be cancer which had hit Mamma. Even though I have such little memory of that time, being so young, the rest of my family have informed me of the appalling effect the illness had on a once graceful and beautiful lady. It was during this period that my aunt came to the fore, as she did on so many occasions too countless to mention. She was Mamma's elder sister. She arrived from Penzance to help us out during a time of need. She proved herself to be an able assistant to the running of the household. Nothing ever seemed too much trouble for her. Aunt was a rock at this distressing time, offering much needed support to a family in turmoil. I know Papa greatly appreciated all that she did for him throughout this terrible ordeal. He has told me since he did not know how he could have come through this wretched experience if it had not been for Aunt's consoling manner. I cannot imagine what it must have been like for Papa to have to endure such an existence of anguish and despair. He and Mamma had enjoyed such a close and trusting relationship. From the first they were very much in love. And that is the end of that excerpt. Just giving an idea of how the novel is going to progress from there. I'm going to take the story right through from when she was born and all she went through in her childhood, her school experiences, to her adult life, 2 governess posts, and delve in a lot, of course, into her writing, most particularly her novels. And yeah, a novel is actually going to be in 2 volumes. The first volume will run all the way through to the point where she is about to set off for a second governess post role, which is with the Robinsons at Thorpe Green Hall. And the actual second volume is actually considerably longer than the first, but that's just to give you a basic sense of what the novel's going to be like. Look forward to sharing more information about it and possibly some more excerpts as well leading up to the publication of this novel, which, as I say, should be quite soon. Could be in the next few weeks, in fact, to a month, say. So thank you very much for viewing this video, and I look forward to meeting with you again very soon. Bye for now.